I mean, it's okay. We had to give you a rock and roll version of the national anthem. You can keep clapping. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys and thems. Welcome to Ake Festival 2025. That's not enough for me. We gave you food this morning. You drank coffee. See, you have to also welcome. I need energy in the room. Who's the first timer here? Oh, we have some first. This is the time where give them an envelope. We'll take them to the back. Welcome if it's your first time at Ake, and I think we can do better to welcome, our newbies into our community, into our fold, into our family. So we're going to do this again. We need to make some noise. We are rock stars here. We don't do, I know it's literature and we all want to be like, oh my God, it's so serious. We do have, books are fun, guys. Is it just me? We have thriller. We have sci-fi. We have romance. There's polygamy, polycule. Things are happening inside the books. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, theys and them, make some noise for Ake 2025! My name is Wana Ojabang, and I'm going to be your host for this morning. So, I gave you guys color. I came with drip and looks. All right, we're reclaiming truth this year. And to tell us about what it means to reclaim truth, we want to invite someone. You have to make noise, though. Our visionaire. Last year I said, a woman of timber and caliber. A doyen of industries. As we like to say in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Lola Shonei.
I love you too, baby. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 13th edition of the Ake Arts and Book Festival. 2025 has been a year of growth and reflection. And when I was fleshing out the vision for Ake Festival in 2012, it was very important to me to use the festival as a platform for honoring our literary forebears, because beyond their writing, many of them were into spaces where they become activists, and they had to explain or defend their womanhood or even their Africanness. So in the first 10 years of Ake Festival, we featured our festival headliners on the cover of Ake Review, programmed the Life and Time series, and dedicated the center spread often with photographs from their personal archives. And I received the warm thank you letters with a deep sense of gratification. What I wasn't prepared for was the news that they'd left us to join the ancestors. So over the years, the passing of Amata Edu, Maris Konde, Ngugi wa Thiong'o, and authors like Mabel Shegun has thrown me into mourning, perhaps because my relationships with them started with and then transcended the literary. I would like to share a letter that Ngugi wa Thiong'o sent to me after headlining Ake Festival in 2016. Can I have a better mic? This one keeps ceasing or seizing. Thank you. So I would like to share a letter that Ngugi wa Thiong'o sent to me after headlining Ake in 2016. And it goes, "Dear Lola, a big thank you to you and your entire team for creating such a festive atmosphere at this year's Ake Festival. Good to hear about the Ama Ata Edu Center for Creative Writing. I hope we can all use these centers to seriously draw attention to African languages and even influence government policies. There is absolutely no inherent conflict in having a common language of communication across the different peoples, whatever that language may be, say English, and then other languages." This letter came to mind when I read about the Nigerian government's recent reversal of the mother tongue teaching policy, reinstating English as the sole language of instruction. We lost Mabel Shegun, a Nigerian writer and athlete, at 96 years old. I first met her in 1995 at the Association of Nigerian Authors readings, some of which were held in her home. Up to 60 of us would squeeze into her living room, where she would feed us, listen to our poems, and of course share her own work. I loved her bold, witty poetry. And one of her poems tells us about young men attending a get-together, but she cleverly rewrote get-together as get to get her. As a somewhat emotional preteen, my favorite book of hers was My Father's Daughter, which she wrote in 1965. It was my go-to because it always made me cry. And when I met Mabel Shegun at 21 years old, my first thought was just wondering if she was still grieving. Mabel Shegun was one of the most authentic women that I have ever known. Strong, independent, headstrong, principled. She wasn't a feminist in label alone or through performative outrage on the interwebs. She lived feminism. And in 2007, I was commissioned to interview her. Our conversation lasted 3 hours. Permit me to read a short excerpt from our exchange. Me. My favorite part of My Father's Daughter was when your father died, because it never failed to make me cry. Mabel Shegun. Oh, I also enjoy watching films that make me cry. My Father's Daughter was spontaneous. I was only 8 when he died. Before then, we did everything together. We even attended the Boy Scouts meetings together. Me. Your life is proof that matrimony is not a prerequisite for completeness. Do you think you would have achieved as much if you had remained married? Mabel Shegun. I have achieved a lot by being myself. Besides, I have some bad habits that no man could live with. For example, I don't sleep at night. I work, I roam about, I listen to the radio, I watch TV, especially if it's the US Open. Me. So you don't think you could have been a good wife? Mabel Shegun. If being a good wife would have robbed the world of my services, then I would rather not be a good wife. So please rise with me for a moment of silence in honor of Ngugi wa Thiong'o and Mabel Shegun. Thank you very much. May their words continue to open our eyes and our hearts, and may they rest in peace. The theme for the 2025 edition of Ake Festival is Reclaiming Truth. This emerged from observations of our histories being contested, our lived realities dismissed or rewritten. We live in a time when disinformation, in all its darkness, moves faster than light. A time when leaders are known to lie unprovoked, like we say in Nigeria. These are unprecedented times, and with the arrival of deep fakes and apps that can animate even the dearly departed, it has become a matter of urgency that we review the significance of truth in our lives and in our existence. So this year at Ake Festival, truth takes center stage. We have crafted a wonderful program of events, which include our thought-provoking panels, exciting book chats, an unforgettable concert with The Recurrence. You just watched them. Don't miss the film screening of When Nigeria Happens, a moving and beautifully shot film directed by Emma Edosio-Dillon. And then there's our much-loved Palm Wine and Poetry Night, featuring 12 Nigerian and internationally celebrated poets. Professor Soyinka was actually supposed to be here with us this morning to read a poem of his, but he has asked me to apologize and to tell you that he will be here on the Palm Wine and Poetry Night to read his poem. We are honored to welcome Booker Prize winner Bernardine Evaristo back to Ake Festival. I am also delighted to welcome my brothers, Alan Mabanku and Nkoli Bofane, who will share some of the finest writing from French-speaking Africa with us. I warmly welcome every single one of our guests. Over the next 3 days, many will come into this space to listen to you, to learn about your craft and some of those literary gifts you've given us, which you can find at Festival Bookstore. So we fully expect you to drop your writing secrets and a lot of tea. We are also thrilled to welcome the African Speculative Fiction Society. We're welcoming them back as well to Ake Festival. After a few years of announcing their winners at other literary gatherings, we are happy that they found their way back home and will now be announcing their winners at Ake Arts and Book Festival. Tonight, Ake Festival guests have been invited to a special dinner, courtesy of Georgia Black and Seth of the African Imaginary. This is a collaboration that we're thrilled about, especially since it involves good food. Writers deserve no less. Since the last edition of Ake, the Book Buzz Foundation has experienced much growth. In September, we hosted the inaugural edition of the Lagos International Festival of Illustrations, the very first of its kind on the African continent. We invited 9 illustrators in total from Spain, Slovenia, and Latin America to join 45 Nigerian artists and illustrators for 3 days of teaching, learning, and collaboration. Young Nigerian artists learned how images can carry and convey cultural memory. We are grateful to Lagos State, the European Union, the Spanish Embassy, the Center for Illustrations in Slovenia for their support. And to make our work even more impactful, We are working with Marsha Zmitek. Where is she? Please stand up. Can you give her a round of applause for me, please? We are working with Marsha, who is the director of the Center of Illustrations in Slovenia, to establish a center for illustrations in Lagos. Last month, we launched the Nigerian Picture Book Project with funding from the European Union. And over the next 12 months, we shall train 48 young writers and illustrators with the aim of publishing 20 high-quality, culturally relevant picture books for the Nigerian child and the global market. In addition to this, we're also developing LagosFestemba.com. You can actually go to the website now to see some of our work that we've been doing. But it's an online aggregator that lists all the important cultural and literary festivals and events that take place during the Ember months. So many of you would have noticed from September to December is where you have all from Afrif to Artex to Lagos Fashion Week. Everything kind of happens during that period. And we think it's worth it that we list it on our website so that people can plan their trips a little better. Speaking of cultural hubs, I have some personal news. I've been working with the award-winning journalist Rona Meyer over the last few months to develop both a book and an application to support festival makers on the African continent. Thank you. There's an urgent need to identify and support the next generation of festival organizers and literary curators, and we envisage a 2026-2027 publication date. I know Rona's listening. I love you, girl. I would like to quickly pay tribute to two members of my team. Many of you will remember Toke Sholari Shodara. I don't know where she is. Is she here? Who was the managing editor of Ouida Books for nearly 4 years. She left us earlier in the year and is well on her way to becoming an award-winning filmmaker. She will be moderating a session on Friday, so make sure you're here to see her. She's going to be talking to Emma Edosio, actually, and Bayo. I also want to recognize Oyeshola Oloyede, who has managed our socials. Wait, because I'm going to ask her to stand up because you have to give her a special round of applause for me. She has managed our socials for nearly 3 years now, and she's stepping away to pursue bigger dreams. Let me just say how grateful I am for all the work that you have done for the Book Buzz Foundation. You know, she actually left in October, but she decided to come back to come and help manage the socials for Ake Festival. I'm truly grateful. Please stand up. Everyone, help me celebrate this amazing woman. And for those who don't know, at our workplace, it's a very woman-friendly environment. We have 18 women who work in that building. And sometimes we let men come in. Sometimes. But I as somebody who is the last of 6 children, and I have 5 big brothers, I didn't even know that there would come a time when I would be so comfortable and so happy and so fulfilled, surrounded by women. So I'm truly grateful for all the amazing people who work with me. Thank you also to everyone who contributed to managing the Ake Review submissions this year. I'm grateful to Mazida Olutosin, to Sharon Adeoye Ajanle Koko for their support, and to my girls who work with on all the festivals that we organize. Tobe Chuku Ayachebelu, she here? Yeah? You'll see her later. You'll see and hear from her later. Tobe Chuku, Ayomide Oshunluyi, Deborah, also known as Debo, and of course, Yemisi Ajetumobi, who's sitting right here. I am indebted to you all for all the work you do to make these things we do look easy. Finally, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our partners and our supporters, Sterling Bank, Open Society Foundations, the Lagos State Government, Annoying Logo, the European Union, and all the other organizations who continue to believe in the work that we do. A very big thank you. I just want to remind you, let me tell you just a little bit very quickly about the layout. So this is the main hall. Over there, you have the bookstore. Then you have the marketplace. So in case you actually like what I'm wearing, let me pose for you a bit. Can you see? So this was made by Valiant and African. So it's a boutique and they have a stall there and all their fabrics are kind of hand designed and I'm very, very proud. We also have JZO there. So you can go to JZO, go check them out. We've got people selling nuts. We've got people selling accessories. We love our vendors. And I want to say a big thank you to every one of them who decided to join us. Modara is there as well. So once again, that's my job done. My job is done here for now. And I want to welcome you all again to Ake Arts and Book Festival 2025. Thank you.
We can do better than that. Make some noise for Alashone. In Nigeria, we say if easy. It's not Dwam, guys. You are disgracing me. Oh. If easy. So how do we translate that to English for? There's no translation. If it's easy, do it. I did see there's a translation. If it's easy, do it. If easy, run am. All right, thank you so much. Lola said something about the food at Ake. I think if you've been here, if you know what Ake is about, beyond books and literature and very important deep discussions and discourse and life-changing conversations, food is also very important to us. Everybody that comes to Ake is just like, the food at Ake, the food at Ake. You know, so just to let you know that you are going to eat to your fill. But it's also important that you network, you connect with other people. I know that there are lots of people, you're fans of writers. Don't be afraid. Don't see me outside. And then say, oh, I saw this person and I was so nervous. Don't be nervous. We're cool, right? Writers want to connect with their readers. So please connect with each other, make friends, collaborate. We love really cool stuff happening, coming out of Ake Festival. One thing that has been very important to Ake over the last 13 years has been encouraging diverse literature, right? We celebrate all kinds of literature. No, there's no hierarchy here. Everything is welcome, and we've been nurturing all kinds of literature and literary talents. And so at this point, I would like to invite Muna Kogali. Kojali, I'm so sorry. We are learning. For the NOMO Awards presentation. Welcome.
Hello? Yeah, that's it. Wow, good morning. What a crowd. Thank you so much for welcoming us at this incredible festival that brings together so many exciting adventures for all of us. So my name is Mona Khojali, and I'm one of the directors of the African Speculative Fiction Society. And as the name, we represent writers, editors, publishers, who all work within, and artists, of course, who all work within the field of African speculative fiction. And it's a field that's so expansive. It includes science fiction, fantasy, horror, ghost stories, and more. And I see so many of our members are already here. Good morning, everyone. Over the last 10 years, a handful of us came together with that simple idea. African speculative fiction deserved a place where it could be celebrated and shared with the world. Since then, we've grown into an active international network, and we've built partnerships, ran events, and given our genre a place on some of the biggest literary stages. If you've ever been swept away by an imagined city, a far-off galaxy, or a re-envisioned past shaped by African voices, you already know why this matters. So today, the African Speculative Fiction Society, otherwise known as ASFS, has become that home. We're now stepping into a new chapter, and we continue to grow our membership and our outreach, which means we can dream bigger, we can plan further ahead, and make sure our work lasts for years to come. This year is very, very special for us. It's been 8 years since the ASFS was last at the Ake Festival, and we're thrilled to be here. From listening to Lola just explain and share what the Buzz Foundation has been doing and what the Ake Festival is part of, it's obvious to all of us that this is one of the most dynamic literary gatherings in Africa today. A place where readers and writers meet, where conversations, I expect, will be spilling out of the panel rooms into the corridors, into the cafes and courtyards of the Bonn Hotel. So without further ado, I am here to do a job, so I will start to do it now. So the NOMO Awards is the awards that we organize as the ASFS. It's now in its 8th year. It honors excellence in speculative fiction. The shortlist spans 4 categories. These are Best Short Story, the Novella category, the Graphic Novel, and the Ilubi Award for Best Novel. So without further ado, I will start to share the shortlist and announce the winner for each category. I think we have some screens. Yeah. So the finalists for the Best Speculative Fiction Short Story are The Future Ancients please, before I continue, I want to apologize in advance if I mispronounce anyone's names. So The Future Ancients, Mwena S. Chikwa. Bodies of Sand and Blood, Plandi Nepal. Warning Notes from an Annihilator Machine by Damilola Oyedoton. And From Across Time by Chisholm Uma. And the winner is From Across Time by Chisholm Uma. Congratulations, Chisholm. He's here. Chisholm, stand up. Congratulations. And for the next category, for the Best Speculative Fiction Novella, this year our shortlist are The Year of Return by Akotowa Ofori, In the Shadow of the Fall by Toby Ogundiran, The Lost Ark Dreaming by Suyi Davis Okungboa, and The Practice, the Horizon, and the Chain by Sophia Samatar. And the winner is Lost Ark Dreaming by Suyi Davis Okungboa. Congratulations to Suyi. He is unable to be with us here today, but I'm sure he will be listening to all of this. And for the graphic novel, the Best Speculative Fiction Graphic Novel category, the shortlists are You Have 10 Years by Murewa Ayodoli and Mamodi Biwele, Dotan Akandi, and Samuel Iwanze. The second book is Akogan, Brutalizer of Gods, also, again, by Murewa Ayodele and Dotan Akande. And the third is Celestial Eyes, Volume 1, by John O'Shea and Francis Goodluck. And the winner is Celestial Eyes by John Uche and Francis Goodluck. And for our penultimate award, which is the Alubi Award for Best Novel. This category has been instrumental in shaping the careers of so many of its winners. And this is something that we're very proud of at the NOMO Awards, that we can showcase and spotlight the incredible writing that is happening across the continent. So, without further ado, the shortlist for the 2025 Alubi Award for Best Speculative Fiction Novels. We have The Incredible Dreams of Garbar Dacascos by Omar Abubakar Sidi. The Smoke That Thunders by Ero Kome. Dakini Atoll by Nikhil Singh. And Womb City by Tlotlot Samasa. And the winner is, for the 2025 Best Novel for Best Speculative Fiction, is Womb City by Tlotlot Samase. So, oh, wonderful. I'm so happy for all of you that are here to share with us. I just want to say congratulations, of course, to the winners, but to every single one of our nominees. And for providing us with such a wonderful representation of what African speculative fiction looks like today. Thank you.
Hello. Okay, we're good. Ake doesn't happen by chance, right? We know that literature and money is a struggle. There's a tension there. Am I lying? Am I lying? This side of the room, see, I will flog you. What's going on here? Hello? We are here. We are here. You're with me. Are you sure? See, this whole side like this. Do you want me to start grading you? Which of you failed JAM? What was your cutoff mark? Hello? Thank you. We can do better. Don't want your invited guests. They came to your city, and they are giving more energy than you. All right. As I was saying, literature and money is a struggle. So 13 years of Ake is no joke. It's money that's used to run this. It's money that's used to facilitate all the incredible partnerships, relationships, and things that happen. The books that even get into the country that we can buy, right? That we can discuss on the internet and make controversies about sometimes. And speaking of that money and that support, Sterling Bank has always been behind us. Get it back. Sterling Bank has always had our back. So can we make some noise for Sterling Bank? From Abeokuta to Lagos, Sterling has been here with us, and I would like to invite Mr. Don Okpaku, who is the CMO of Sterling Bank, Nigeria.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start off, I want to say congratulations to the winners of ASFS. You guys deserve a huge round of applause. For everyone whose name was featured, I would say you're a winner. I'm sure for you to be selected, there were quite a lot of people that had put in their application. So congratulations to everyone. I have a short speech to speak to. I'm here representing Abubakar Suleiman, who is the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Sterling Bank. So please do oblige me. I will quickly run through the speech, and we can get along with the activity. So distinguished guests, esteemed writers, thinkers, artists, partners, and lovers of story, good morning. On behalf of the MD CEO Sterling Bank, it's my honor to welcome you to the opening of the 13th edition of the Ake Arts and Book Festival, a space that has for over a decade dared us to think boldly, question bravely, and imagine freely. This year's theme, Reclaiming Truth, lands at a moment when the world feels increasingly unhinged from familiar realities. When truth, once an anchor, now competes with echoes, distortions, and deliberate misinformation, when the line between what is real and what is convenient often dissolves under the weight of digital noise, and when nations, including ours, are confronted with the urgent need to distinguish fact from fiction in order to build a future that stands on solid ground. Yet, if there's any continent that understands the power and fragility of truth, it is Africa. For generations, truth has been contested on our soil, suppressed, rewritten, misrepresented, and at times stolen. And for generations, our storytellers have made efforts to reclaim it. Today, as Lola did speak at the beginning, we honor some of the giants who carried that torch. Luminaries like Ngugi wa Thiong'o and Mabel Shegun, whose passing earlier this year remind us of the immense responsibility storytellers bear. This festival, graced by over 60 authors, brilliant thinkers, and poets from 16 countries, and possibly more, is an invitation not just to consume ideas, but to interrogate them. It calls us to reclaim truth, not as a rigid artifact, but as a living force, one that demands honesty, courage, and vigilance. For Nigerians, reclaiming truth is a lived reality and an ambition we must achieve. We grapple daily with narratives that obscure as much as they reveal about our economy, our institutions, our identity, and even our hopes. In a season of rising misinformation, policy fatigue, and social anxiety, truth becomes more than a moral ideal. It becomes a national resource. This is why spaces like Arke, where ideas breathe and perspectives collide, are essential. They help us shaping and sharpen our discernment, our collective memory, and rebuild trust in our shared future. The role of institutions in reclaiming truth. As Sterling, reclaiming truth is not just a duty, it's a commitment. Recently, we developed our own in-house core banking platform, which we refer to as CBAS. CBAS development became our moment of truth. It was our opportunity to demonstrate that institutions can rebuild trust through competence, innovation, and courage. By successfully designing, executing, and deploying this platform, we reclaimed control of our technology, our processes, and ultimately the truth of the value we offer to our customers. This achievement was not merely a technological milestone, but the foundation that enabled us to transfer real benefits back to Nigerians. This year, 2025, empowered by the efficiency and transparency that CBAS unlocked for us, we implemented two very important initiatives. One was the zero transfer fees, as well as the zero account maintenance fees. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Does anybody remember the campaign that we ran around zero transfer fees? We don't charge you if you make a transfer on your account. Great. That was because we reclaimed our truth by developing our own in-house core banking platform. These initiatives were not just marketing gestures. They were proof that when institutions embrace truth internally, through efficient systems, transparent processes, and customer-centered design, they can extend truth externally in ways that materially improve people's lives. And that's what we are doing constantly at Sterling. We always will look for ways to improve the lives of our customers. Our partnership with Arcade Arts and Book Festival, now spanning 7 years, is deeply tied to our heart strategy, particularly the education pillar. We believe that literacy, creativity, and critical thinking form the bedrock of any society that hopes to rise above misinformation and reclaim its voice. Through this festival, we have supported thousands of young African writers, readers, and dreamers who will shape tomorrow's truths. And today, standing among the brightest of Africa's cultural custodians, I am reminded that every page written, every poem performed, and every conversation held here contributes to the truth project of our generation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Arcade 2025. May the conversations that we have sharpen our minds, strengthen our integrity, and rekindle our belief in the power of authentic stories. May we leave here not only entertained, but awakened, ready to reclaim the truths that shape our world. Thank you, and I wish you a transformative festival. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. John Okpako, and thank you, Sterling Bank. And as we tell wonderful stories, we eat great food, make sure you open a Sterling account. Just to let you know. We would not be opening a literary and arts festival without having some literature. So please make some noise as we welcome Yashika Graham to share some poetry with us.
Greetings, Ake. Thank you so very much for having me here, the entire team, not just here in Lagos, but on the continent for the very first time. Umbilical. I'm reading from my debut collection, Some of Us Can Go Back Home. Umbilical. My mother tells the story every time she gets a chance, which is to say, every time she sees her face on me. She says the next time she saw me, she says she instructed me to pick breadfruit for the soup and I said I couldn't climb. She says she denied me then, but not in those words. Told me I was not her child if I couldn't travel through trees. She says the next time she saw me, I was a bird in the bud, wanting to be hers again, but not in those words. She says she climbed trees with all her children in her belly, negotiating limbs and limbs, finding footing and food for the fire, and the rest of us waiting on the earth. She prepared me for this, but doesn't say that is what she wants me to know. Not in those words. My mother tells people the story always in front of my face, which is to say her face, which is to say my face, and sometimes I am the only people she tells. But she must know I was there. She must know I remember that every time I climbed a tree, I was becoming her daughter. All the world in one yard. I will not know I live in the highlands until I leave this place. Not until the news report says Berkshire is in the hills will I see how it rises. So far from roadside, we sleep down where no one comes except on purpose. Walking through a cut in the trees, it is easy to believe there is little to love in this bend in the green, except that those who must look down to call to us cannot know that even below them, on land massed as down so, as gully, that even now I am plaiting grass, crisscrossing yard strands through my young hands, head bobbing with old bubble gum, that my mother's children have plucked red and blue bulbs from my uncle's string of Christmas lights and made baby bottles. There are no new toys on this land. Instead, we ride tree limbs gushing over guava and river water. We rave over the armless Megatron mossed into the wall, the ABC playset lost and found in a pit. For we are treasure hunters here, recovering doll heads, grandma's gold ring, and even bracelets. At night, we hunt for the torchlight of Peeny Wallies through Banana Walk, and by day, dash across the yard for cricket, where every piece of board could be a bat and plastic bags could be doubled to invent a new ball to catch. And who could know that well below that district, in what looked like darkness, that we were at the top of another clearing, that from there we could see the gorge of Great River, see the morning before it reached the road, how first it covered Huntley and Ginger Hill in gold. Thank you so very much.
Make some noise for Yashika Graham. And we have more storytelling, and I'm going to invite Louisa Onome to the stage.
Hello, Ake Festival. Thank you so much. I'm going to be reading from chapter 6 of my novel, Pride and Joy. Joy avoids... Ooh, this might be a little bit too high. Sorry. That should be fine. Thank you so much. Joy avoids eye contact with her brother as he enters the room. Her heartbeat quickens, watching him take in the scene. She wonders when he will notice. Why is it so dark in here? Why did you close the blinds? He asks, gesticulating towards the window. Joy blinks, her eyes following Michael's hand from the wall to the window. What? She doesn't understand the question. She doesn't get why he doesn't see it. Michael's frustration seems to grow with each wave of his hand, and with each new observation, Joy waits. She just waits. And as she does, her anger blossoms, small at first, before ringing in her ears like a siren. Is he dumb or what? She narrows her eyes at him. He shows up late, and all he cares about is a window? She steps forward and looks at her brother. She is annoyed, as usual. It feels like sometimes she can't go a whole day without being annoyed by him. Where the hell were you? Her voice comes out harsher than she imagined it could, especially at a time like this. Even Nena, crawling slowly to her feet by the door, shivers a little at the harshness. Michael kisses his teeth. Joy, I beg, and moves past her. He doesn't give her a second look. Instead, his eyes float around the room, taking in every detail until they land on their mom's sleeping figure. Joy holds her breath. She watches Michael watch Mama, how she's lying on her side on the bed, how she's sleeping. He frowns. What's going on here? Why is Mom... Michael, we've been here since 9 a.m., Joy cunts in, the quiver bleeding into her voice. Mom was hoping you'd come earlier. I was thinking you'd come earlier. The room is quiet. Joy shares a look with Nena, unease pushing tears to her eyes. My God, Joy murmurs, bringing her hands to her mouth. Her and Nena have never been on the same page. Judging by the way Michael grimaces, Joy bets he's also offended that she and Nena are sharing looks, sharing secrets. But it is not a secret, it's right there.
Joy takes a deep, shaky breath into her hands. Michael turns back to Mama. He says, Joy. She takes a steadying breath. Her shoulders tremble. Joy. Her lip quivers, but she says nothing. Quickly, Michael turns. Nena, he addresses her. Nena begins to cry. Within seconds, she hides her face and folds, crumbling to the ground again. Loud and heavy sobs shake through her body. Michael takes a step forward to help her up, but he hesitates. Joy's heart thumps loudly. She watches his eyes, watches him piece it together. Michael circles the bed slowly and carefully until he is facing their mother, but it is Joy he watches. Joy's eyes well with tears when he pauses by the bedside. Her bottom lip quakes with the same fear and sadness that has overtaken Nena. Michael looks down at Mama's face, her lifeless body. Hey, Mama. He drops to his knees, bringing his hands to his head in shock. Nena cries louder. Joy turns, breathing slowly into her palms. What is it she always tells her clients? Steady breathing. Triangles, triangles. Think of sharp lines and hard edges before you can fall back into the softness of life. You have to do this, she tells herself, or else no one else will. Breathe. Come on, breathe. Slow at first, then quickly. Joy takes a step towards Nena and helps her off the floor. Okay, get up, come on, she mumbles. So used to doing busy work, Joy can feel all the emotions in her brain fighting for dominance. Get up and take control of this before everything turns to shambles or perish, just perish. As Nena stumbles to her feet, Joy turns her attention to Michael. He is touching Mama's hand, frowning as his fingers roll over her skin. Her skin. Joy guesses it is cold now, clammy, frigid. How would you even know? Can we focus, please? She approaches Michael. Don't touch her, she says, her voice still shaky. As Michael straightens up, stepping away from the bed, Joy fidgets, clasping her hands together. You can't, you're not supposed to. Michael kisses his teeth, frustration pushing through his lips, and falls back, pressing himself as close to the wall as he can. Damn, he shakes his head. Who did this to her? Joy straightens. Whatever sorrow hanging in the air a moment ago is quickly replaced with, excuse me? Nena croaks. She rubs her eyes, smudging tears across her cheeks. Nena, the professional mourner, has been replaced with Nena. Just Nena. There's barely a hint of distress in her voice when she speaks, and when she turns to Michael, she looks like she's ready for war. Who did what? How did this happen, he asks, this time firmer. Nena's mouth is slack as she turns to Joy. For a moment, neither of them speak. Then, Nena turns her attention back to Michael, sheer villainy building with each inch she rotates. If Joy listens really hard, she bets she can hear a flute in the distance. The flute in village movies that signals someone is brewing potions. What do you mean? Nena says. Wait. Are you implying we did something to Auntie? There had been so much disorientation that Joy almost forgot about this side of Nena, the sharp-tongued side that she weaponized at will. By the flustered look on Michael's face, it is evident he forgot as well. Nena straightens out her dress and points a manicured finger at him. Michael, so you came in here, saw two women crying, and assumed what? That we're just here crying, doing what? Ritual? Michael waves away her accusations. No, it's just, how could this have happened? She was healthy, right? When was the last time she went to the doctor? The last time she had blood work done? Can we check her medication? He turns to Joy, who is there to match his gaze. Except she's mad. Why wouldn't she be? He would know these things if he were around. Simple as that. Joy narrows her eyes at him. You're joking, right? Michael scoffs. Why would I be joking? Her voice breaks. She clears her throat and tries again. If you had bothered to keep up with maybe one thing outside of your own life, you would know half of those answers already. Michael scoffs again, shaking his head as he paces away from Joy's line of sight. You always say that. Always. He lets out a deep sigh before telling her. You're not the only one with hardship. You're not the only one who has children, Joy. Okay, here we go. Joy throws up her hands in mock defeat. I don't understand anything because I don't have teenagers. I don't know what it's like to have a son at Oxford or a daughter who, I don't know, wears corduroy unironically. Okay, cool, got it. Next? Michael bristles, his nostrils flaring, but he stays quiet. And that's not a knock on Sarah's style, by the way, Joy cuts in, looking at both of them. She's adorable. She always styles the hell out of those corduroys, and I'm proud to have her as a niece. Nena nods slowly, contemplating. She turns to Michael. How are the kids? Are they good? They are. Thank you, Nana, Michael says pointedly. Miles couldn't be here because he's still in England. Sarah's downstairs with the kids. And where's Shelley? She didn't come? Michael bristles again, and Joy catches it, pointing at him immediately. He doesn't react to her accusatory finger. Instead, he buttons his lips, his jaw square, holding words he's not about to spill. Something is off, Joy thinks. Now that she thinks about it, Shelley would have showed up with him. She would have come upstairs by now, asking what the holdup was. She would have said something snide about Joy not being able to take time off from work. Michael claps his hands together. Okay, no more of this, he says. We need to decide what to do. Nana begins to nod. Exactly. Right, Joy? Joy grunts. Yeah, but she's glaring at Michael. Who does he think he is anyway? Shows up late, has never partaken in any afterlife planning ever, and decide he knows what to do. She can't just stay here, Michael says, letting his eyes fall upon their mother's figure. The party is tonight. People think they're coming to celebrate her birthday. So, suddenly Joy barks out a laugh. No, wait. Don't even. If you dare say we should turn this into a funeral, so help me God. Michael groans. Joy, please. I was going to say that we pray. All eyes focus on Nana right away. Nana already has her hands clasped together, her head tilted back as if she needs to concentrate and dig through her memory on every Bible verse she knows. Honestly, she's astonished they haven't thought of this sooner. Prayer is the language of miracles. So, as for what kind of miracle they're looking for, well, she's not sure. But it's always given her peace in the past, so why would now be any different? She looks at her cousins, waiting for them to get on board with her idea, and is shocked, and disgusted, truthfully, to see discomfort and aggravation in their eyes. Joy shuffles back on her feet, folding her arms, holding herself tightly. Michael scratches his head, letting out a hefty sigh. Nana doesn't wait for them to turn her down before she pounces. Excuse me, what's wrong with you people? Mama is a Christian. Michael and Joy glance at each other before shifting away from one another. Are you people serious? We need to call on the Father and pray for her soul. For our souls. For the souls of her grandkids who had to see her like this. It's very important. Joy lets out a sharp exhale. Sure. Okay, Nana, you can call God. I will call 911. Bushman, she thinks, as she makes herself comfortable at the foot of the bed. She dusts off her skirt before she gets down on her knees to begin praying. Oh, Heavenly Father. Joy listens as Nana recites any and every prayer she knows by heart. She does really want her cousin's words to be a balm, but they refuse to soothe. She is rattled and raw and unmoved, and she feels ugly standing watch. Michael brings out his phone, gravitating to the other side of the room while he calls 911. A few moments later, Michael returns and says the paramedics are on their way. Cool, okay, she utters in response. Downstairs, the doorbell rings. Who would be ringing the doorbell, Joy utters. We don't even live here. Like, we don't even really live here. This isn't our house. And the door is open already. It's open. And she bursts into tears. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And I know that a lot of you want to hear more and read more. So get your cards out because you can purchase the book at the bookstore. I'd like to invite Mr. Gauthier Mignon, who is the EU ambassador to Nigeria and the ECOWAS. Thank you.
Good morning, Ake Festival. Very glad to be here again with you, with my wife Tatiana, my colleague Shioma, already our second Ake Festival. Last year when we came, we were newly arrived in Nigeria. And since then, literature has performed its magic, helping us understand this wonderful country, but so complex country also. So thanks to all the authors who have helped us navigate through the intricacies of Nigerian life and culture and tradition, thanks to Fatima Bala, thanks to Ayubami Adebayo, thanks to a young author you might have heard of, Lola Shoneyin, to Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Chinua Achebe, the classics. Anyway, so literature for me has been really a time of respiration, and it's to take a time out of the very intense daily agendas, and this is what Ake Festival means also for us. So unfortunately today we'll have to go and attend other engagement, but I'll leave you, I will be ably represented by Tatiana, but we will be with you tomorrow and Saturday, and very glad to be here. And if I have to attend other engagements, it's for a good cause. It's also because the EU is coming stronger on culture in Nigeria and in Africa in general. And tonight we will launch the Nigeria cluster of our Africa-Europe Partnerships for Culture project implemented by Goethe Institute. And it's only one of projects that we are running out in Nigeria, in West Africa, in the continent. And a few weeks ago, we were here in Lagos with Lola, our Bookstorm project about these wonderful books for children that I think will be showcased also tomorrow. We partnered also for the Festival of Illustrators, which took place a few months ago, and it was also a big success. So we're really scaling up our effort for culture together with the member states, and I'm very glad with that. I don't want to delay more the pleasure to listen to authors, discuss, discover new books, and above all, to reclaim the truth. An excellent motto this year. Thank you so much. Big thanks to all, big thanks to the organizers.
Thank you, Mr. Gauthier-Mignon. I think you all heard just a glimpse of the recurrence. You're going to hear them again. Sorry, I'm not in there. They're just arranging the stage. We'd like to welcome the recurrence. Please make some noise.
All right, so good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing this fine morning? Ah, come on, ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing this fine morning? Wonderful, wonderful. I'd like to hear that. So just please bear with us a minute, max, or a minute or two, max. We'll just sort out the sound and we'll be right with you. Thank you very much. Check 1, 2. All right, that's good.
Hello. Hello, good morning, everyone. Hello. So, my name is Toby. To my left is Candy. To my right is Emmanuel. and we are the Recurrents. So and welcome to Ake Festival 2025 once more. So in line with this year's theme, Reclaiming Truth, we'll be playing a song of ours to you that I think carries the weight of that message on my own.
All right. So before we start, please sound desk. Can you remember the settings for my mic? Yeah, wetness. Thank you.
Everybody's talking, but nobody is acting. 'Cause I'm on my own, I'm on my own. Statutes of limitations, the death of a nation. If we don't do shit,
We're on our own. We're on our own. No more segregation, tribalistic denominations. Let's beat our nation. All right, bring it down. Who's right? Who's wrong? Let's start a conversation. This blind we call living ain't no way to go. We out here on our own. We're searching for an answer, waiting on a sign that never comes. I'm on my own. I'm on my own. Statutes of limitations, the death of our nation. If we don't do shit, we're on our own. We're on our own. No more segregation, tribalistic denominations. Let's be the nation.
Let's go, guys.
I'm on my own. I'm on my own. Statutes of limitations, the death of our nation. If we don't do shit, we're on our own. We're on our own. No more segregation, tribalistic denominations. Let's build our nation.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we step off of stage, as it was said earlier, we are actually going to be performing later tonight a full set with our full band. So please do well to not miss that because it's going to be incredible. However, we're going to give you a little taste of what's going to come. So we're going to have a very engaging performance with everyone right now. So we're going to need you all to do this, clap a little bit. But before we clap, we're going to teach you what you're going to do very quickly. So Kenny, let's show everyone what it's about, yeah? So Kenny is going to pretend to be the audience.
I'm going to represent you.
Yes. And we're going to show you what you're doing. So it goes, I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else but
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else but
Oh,
you.
I
Look at the
don't
person
want
beside you.
to see nobody else. Go.
I don't want to see nobody.
And then we sing the last part together.
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
And that's how it goes. It's very simple.
Very simple, guys.
All right, so let's do a test run. Are we ready? Are we ready? Test run. Okay, let's go. I don't want to see nobody else.
Let's go.
but
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else.
Go.
but That's it. I love the smiles.
To see nobody else but
Oh, I don't want
you. have beautiful
to
people
see
beside
nobody
you.
else.
Tell
Let
them
me
you
hear
don't
you
want to see
go.
nobody else. I don't want to see nobody else.
together.
Let's go together, guys.
I don't want to see nobody else but you. All right, that was fantastic. A round of applause for yourselves. All right, now let's have some fun. So since we don't have our full band on stage and a drummer, the lovely audience is going to be the percussions today. So we need you guys to do this. Yeah. And feel free to stand up on your feet. Because I know it's morning, and you know, we're still feeling a little bit, but feel free to be on your feet, and let's have fun with this, right? That's it. Come on, let's be on our feet. Come on. Okay, let's go. Say, I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else go.
I don't want to see nobody else.
I don't want to see nobody else but you. One more time, let's go. Yeah, I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else. Here you go.
I don't want to see nobody
And together.
else.
I don't want to see nobody else but you. Okay, everyone repeat after me. Let's go. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, oh, oh. Okay, repeat after guitar. Let's go. Okay, say I don't want to see nobody else but
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
I don't want Kenny, take it away. Let's go. Let's do the end. Let's go. All right, guys, let's go. It goes, I don't want to see nobody else but you.
Feel free to sing, guys.
Said I don't want to see nobody else but you. Oh, I don't want to see nobody else. I don't want to see nobody else.
Let's go.
I don't want to see nobody else but you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You all have been a fantastic audience, and we love you all. See you later tonight, 6 p.m.
Thank you, guys. You're an amazing audience.
Make some noise for the recurrence. And as they said, the recurrence will be recurring tonight, so make sure you're there. I did steal that from Zara, by the way. It wasn't original, but thank you very much. And today is Zara's birthday. Please, everybody shout happy birthday. We have to sing for her. All right, stand up, stand up. Where's recurrence? Come and sing happy birthday. If you know Fatima Zara Umar, you know that she's a family member. She's very naughty. She's very naughty at Ake, very mouthy. So just expect a little. She's the drama. Recurrence, are we gonna do a quick happy birthday? Thank you. All right. So, we will do a sing along, right? All right.
Can you step forward for us, please? Let us serenade you. We believe you.
Yeah, that works. All right, so this one is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Crowd, let's sing along with her. Let's go.
Happy birthday
To you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Now
Before
hold
you
on.
go,
Just 1 second.
we
1
have the
second.
recurrence,
We have a
sing it.
special way we sing it in the recurrence. There's this tune in Nigeria
Are you ready?
that we call Aria Aria. If any of you know Aria Aria, so we're going to sing it in our special way.
Brethren, are you ready?
And it goes like this.
Brethren, are you ready?
Let's go.
One, and two, and go. Happy birthday to thee. Happy birthday to thee. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to
Happy birthday, Zara. We forgot to add that inside in there. All right, it's almost a wrap. It's almost a wrap. I'm sure you're eager for all the awesome conversations that are about to happen. I would like to invite Ayomide Oshului and Tobechukwu Anya Chebelu. Anya Chebelu. Is it Chebelu or Chebelu? Chebelu. All right. Chebelu.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Very. We're coming. Testing. Testing microphone. Good morning, everyone, again. On behalf of the entire BookBus Foundation team, we extend our profound gratitude to everyone joining us for the 13th edition of Ake Arts and Book Festival. Under the powerful theme, Reclaiming Truth, we are reminded of the courage it takes to tell our stories, to defend our histories and celebrate the voices shaping our collective consciousness.
To our partners and sponsors, thank you for your unwavering support. To our guests, thank you for accepting our invitation to grace the Ake Art and Book Festival. To our audience, thank you for showing up with open hearts and curious mind. But we're going to do something. When we say welcome to Ake Art and Book Festival, you will clock it. Do we all know that? So we're going to say it together. Welcome to Ake Art and Book Festival. Clock it! Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think the festival is finally open. We're ready. We're ready to rock. Are we ready to rock and roll? Are we ready to rock and roll? Stand up now. Make some noise. How far? How far? Give it to me. Are we ready to rock and roll? LS, what are we doing first? Sharon, where are you? All right. We're about to embark on the first panel, so please.